A lot of San Antonio Spurs fans have said they'd like to see Chris Paul on the San Antonio Spurs. Well, we got some stuff to talk about, Spurs fans.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We got breaking news. Chris Paul has been cut by the Phoenix Suns, although I'm not completely shocked by that, as I felt in the playoffs when he was injured and they were going with, I forgot who the backup was. The team was the up-tempo offense seemed to help the team. So maybe we kind of did see this coming. But a lot of Spurs fans have said, maybe we could get a vet on this team to help lead this young unit in Wemby and whoever else we draft. And the opportunity has presented itself. Chris Paul is now available. Spurs fans, let me know in the comments down below. Would you want our Spurs to pursue Chris Paul and try to sign him? Or Spurs fans, you think too old, too much money, move on, we got better things to do. Hit that thumbs like to support the channel, fast, free, fun, interesting, delicious. And subscribe for more Spurs content. There's going to be a lot of Spurs content the rest of the year and infinity and beyond on this channel. So let's get into this article here, and then I will give my 2 cents on the Chris Paul situation. This is from Sports Illustrated, and they say that after 3 seasons without an NBA title, the era of the point guard and the Phoenix Suns officially came to an end Wednesday afternoon. So actually, he was waived this afternoon. Now it's just breaking everywhere. Oh no, okay, about an hour ago. Anyway, there is CP3. He is now available. Despite being on contract for one more season, the Suns decided to part ways with the veteran a year early. Chris Paul averaged 15 points, almost 10 assists, and 4.5 rebounds, despite having a lot of injuries with the Phoenix Suns. Moving through the article, he would be entering his 19th season in the league, and he's now an unrestricted free agent, where he'll likely be vetted by multiple teams, maybe my team, your team, in need of veteran leadership both on and off the court. So here's my 2 cents on Chris Paul. We'll leave him right here. Can I leave him up here in the article? There we go. Him and me being cut by Phoenix. They're going to be 38 this season. And his current contract is $30 million, so I would have to expect that a new contract would have to be somewhere around there. Maybe one year for 30, 2 years for 60, whatever it may be. And what would he bring to our San Antonio Spurs? Of course, he would bring veteran leadership. That's going to be a big thing there. A guy that's been through it all for 2 decades in the NBA. He would need to play Greg Popovich. I don't know if he wants to do that, but have 2 Hall of Famers, Hall of Famer, Chris Paul, future Hall of Famer. That might be an opportunity like to pursue, and you get to play with a young team that's hungry. Get to lead a big group of young guys like Victor Wembanyama and the rest of our young studs. So that might be intriguing to say, you know what, I get to play with a bunch of young guys. However, you might also, Spurs fans, say, I don't want to play with a bunch of young guys. I want a title, and the window of opportunity for Chris Paul is really closing very fast. So I can see him not wanting to come to a team like the San Antonio Spurs and want to go to a team that's an immediate contender. If Wemby turns out to be everything we think he's going to be, and the rest of the guys produce like we want them to, and some of those future draft picks hit, maybe just a little bit, the Spurs could be contender again, maybe even within 3 years. Chris Paul will be retired by then, more than likely. And that's another big thing we got to be concerned about if we were to sign him, is the age. He is going to be pushing 40, and clearly not in the Spurs' long-term plans, and there's also the injury factor too. So if they went and signed him to a short contract, 1 or 2 years, I wouldn't be totally against that. That being said, I think I'd rather have the Spurs try to get another pick, a high pick in the lottery, in the first round, whatever it may be, maybe get a point guard that way. Let's not forget about Blake. He's still developing. There's other players that they try to point, such as Jeremy Sohan and Malachi Branham. I'd rather build internally, and there's still those that support Trey Jones. If they re-sign Trey Jones at tournament point, I'll be rooting for Trey to have the best season that Trey Jones has ever had. That didn't really come out the way I wanted to. Let me know. I don't know. We have the money. I say we, Spurs family. You know what I mean when I say that. The Spurs have the money to get a vet like this. I think the biggest obstacle is I don't think he's going to come to San Antonio. Unless, in his heart he says, you know what? Don't feel like I can win a championship going to team ABCQ, and I want to be a starter. And the Spurs say, yes, you would be a star with us. And he sees the opportunity to play with young talent and a generational talent like Victor Wembanyama, intriguing enough to come to San Antonio Spurs. And you never know. Maybe he would. Or maybe I could just be doing this video and there's absolutely no chance in HELL that Chris Paul, CP3, is coming to the San Antonio Spurs. But I at least want to make a little conversation piece when I do videos like this, these sign videos, trade videos, rumor videos. I love getting your opinions. Even when I do a video that maybe you guys didn't really particularly like too much, the trading Devin Vassell video, I really like getting your input on why we should keep him. And I pretty much agreed with everything you said. It was just, for me, a lot of these videos are conversation pieces. Open up a conversation with the community, and sometimes seeing you guys banter back and forth is awesome too. Or it's always seeing you guys banter back and forth, that's awesome. But when it sometimes happens, it's great. So I'm rambling. Let me know, Chris Paul, if you end up wearing a Spurs uniform, I'm rooting for you. I don't think it's going to happen, but I've been wrong about many things before. Derek White, Dejounte Murray being traded. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and as always, earphone users beware. Go Spurs, go!